So many theologians have predicted that the second coming of Jesus is going to be in this generation, which is this Gen Z. And to be honest, I don't really have enough proof for it. But so far, I can see that there's just some things I'm noticing that is just really subtle, but still very very loud. Out something is really going on in this generation. I was just meditating on soliloquizing a few days ago, and I realized something. I realized that most Christians are not like Christ. On the contrary, most Christians are like Antichrist. Like it's crazy. It's actually very crazy. You know, if you if you actually look at the life of Jesus, if you actually study the life of Christ himself, his actions, his ways, his thoughts, his intentions, and you actually look at, this contemporary Christianity that a lot of people are doing today is so far off. Is there's nothing that correlates. It's just two different people. And it's not supposed to be so because for those that don't know, Christian actually literally means like Christ. So and I think we should actually get past the generation of calling people Christians just because they go to church. I don't know who started this, but that's actually very, 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 very stupid. It's very stupid. It's very obtuse. It's very irrational. I don't know which other word to actually perfectly express. It's very counterintuitive. It's very, very against common sense. It's not. It doesn't make any sense. I don't know who started it, but it's just like now anybody that goes to church is a Christian. It's not supposed to be. So Christian wasn't named after church. They were named after Christ. So even if you are going to church, if you are not like Christ, you're not a Christian. Christianity is a way of life, not a religion. Not religion. I noticed that these days what we practice is actually totally opposite to what Christ did. We can actually agree that we're very unqualified for the price that Christ paid for us. He paid the debt he didn't owe on the cross of Calvary for sins he didn't commit. It was our sins, it was our debts, it was our iniquity. We deserve to die because the wages of sin is death. But Christ chose to pay for us. Even though it was obviously and evidently clear that we were not deserving of that kind of love. You understand? That was what God did. That was what Christ did for us. For most people, most people that don't really know what love is, I realize the definition of love in most people's head is conditioning. Conditioning from Cinderella, Snow White, Beauty and the Beast, Barbie, Hannah Montana. Is That's their definition of love. If you actually, for people that really know what love is, they're actually scared of it. Go and read John 3:16. For God so loved the world. Do you know what came next? The most monstrous thing a man can do to his child. The most evil, bad blood animosity, abysmal, the most evil thing a man can do to his child. That's love. Love can be so scary at times. Jesus actually paid the price that he didn't have to pay. It was our insolvency. It was our own problem. Jesus paid the price for us. Even when we didn't deserve his love, even when we didn't deserve his care, his affection. How much more his life? He paid the price for us. But in this generation, what we practice is you have to be deserving of my love in one way or the other before I can show you love. For most guys, I have to have access to your body. I have to have access to some things about you that you won't actually show to any man except your husband. I have to have access to things like that before I can show you love. And for most women, especially young girls, it's like, oh, you have to buy me this, you have to buy me that, you have to buy me this, you have to take me on this expensive thing, you have to take me on vacation before I can show you love. That's what we are practicing. People have to do things to deserve your love. That is antichrist behavior. Whereas, on the contrary, Jesus, even when seeing that this person, this people, this man that I'm going to die for, does not deserve my love, he died and showed us love anyways, regardless. But we are doing the total opposite now. First things first, you have to deserve my love before I can show you love. That's what we are practicing. And that's why there's a lot of broken marriages, broken relationships, broken people here and there. Because people come into relationship, into marriage, into even friendship with this mindset of how can you benefit me to the point that you become deserving of my love. It's rare to find people that just show love for the sake of it. It's rare to find people that just show kindness for the sake of it. Now it's all trade by barter. Something goes for something, nothing goes for nothing. You have to give me something before I can give you my love. That is antichrist behavior. And it's crazy how this has been normalized in the church. People need to deserve our love now. I think if you really think this way, I just want you to ask yourself one question. Were you deserving of Jesus' love? I don't know about you, but I'm going to be honest. I definitely didn't deserve it. I know myself better than anybody else. I definitely didn't deserve that kind of love. So where did we learn that nonsense from? Are we actually like Christ in that area? If we're actually being honest, are we like Christ in that area? Let's think about it. Let's retrace our steps. Where did we miss it? Where have we gone on the wrong path? Antichrist is subtly, in a very slow, calm way, influencing this generation, and we don't even know it because we are expecting one bad guy with horns. We are expecting one bad demon that is red all over his body with horns. Let's change our ways, please. If people have to deserve your love before you show love, then you are not like Christ. In fact, you are the disciple of Antichrist. You are not like Christ. People need to deserve your love. When Jesus, the Christ himself, said, love your enemies, pray for those that persecute you, you're not like Christ. Please, let's change our ways. Thank you very much for listening.